Hello, fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Podcast, Trevor, and Lucky from the second wave of the Ghostbusters Plasma series from Hasbro. Now, these are three new characters from the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie, which, full disclosure, I have not gotten a chance to see yet, so I will not be able to tell you much about these characters, but we can at least take a look at the figures. Packaging, pretty similar to Wave 1, not much different going on there. Nice big window here where you can see the character and all the accessories that are included. Over here on the side, and while Wave 1 had the original 4 Ghostbusters, we have the 4 new Kid Ghostbusters here in that same kind of art style. And then on the back over here, you can see that there is a new Build-A-Figure for the second wave. While the first wave had the original Terror Dog, here we have a Sentinel Terror Dog, which looks really cool. Again, I'm assuming something very important to the new movie. Here you can see that there are 6 figures in the wave. We're taking a look at the 3 new Ghostbusters here. And then there are the 3 returning Ghostbusters, which I just haven't picked up yet. But I'll do a second video for them whenever I can get them. And then we'll complete the Terror Dog. So, looks like we're getting a torso, a head, and maybe one of the arms. Is that what this is telling me? Yeah, torso, head, one of the arms. So we'll be missing the legs and the other arm. So we won't be able to do too much with that Build-A-Figure today. But we'll complete it eventually. I'm going to go ahead, get these 3 out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the figures out of the packaging. We'll start with Podcast. I wanted to mention something real quick, though. There is a little RC Ghost Trap, which I think is really fun. But this actually comes with Lucky, even though Podcast is the one that comes with the controller for it. So it would make sense that since he's smaller, you'd think this would come with him. But because he comes with the torso for the Terror Dog, they decided to pack this in with Lucky, and she comes with the head, which is a smaller piece. So I guess it kind of makes sense. And once you have everyone, you can use these two together. But unfortunately, they don't come in the same pack. But here's Podcast. He is definitely tinier. You can see that he's probably about a head shorter than some of the other characters. And he does not come with a proton pack. He's got the little remote control here for the RC Ghost Trap. And we'll show that off real quick. Has the 2 little controllers and the antenna. Decent amount of paint on there. I think that looks pretty cool. Nice little accessory. He also comes with the goggles, which I will say are a little difficult to get on the head. And because it's such a thin piece of plastic, I'm kind of worried that over time that's going to snap, because you really do have to kind of pull it really tight to get it over the head. So just want to definitely be a little careful with that. But he does look good once the goggles are finally on there. I mean, even just getting it off is a pain, but you can see. And they have some pretty nice paint applications as well. You got a little bit of silver paint there, which looks pretty good. Here is the face sculpt for Podcast. He looks pretty cool. He's definitely got some quality hair. It's a rock and do he's got there. Head is on a ball joint and a hinge, so you can kind of look down about that much, look up about that much. Definitely turn side to side. You can head tilt side to side a little bit. He's got a nice hinge and rotation in the shoulders. He's got hinge and rotation in the elbow. Definitely has a rotation in the wrist. I think he's got a hinge, but it's really difficult and you don't get a lot of movement out of it. But you definitely have a wrist swivel. I can't really tell if he's got the hinge or not. I think so, but I honestly can't tell. He's got kind of a ball joint here in the torso. You can see he's got a little connector piece right here. He's got this tiny little accessory that I'm really not sure what this is. I'm sure it has some kind of significance in the movie. Some kind of totem or something, I'm not really sure. And that just pegs in there on his belt. So I'm going to take it off because it keeps falling off. But it does peg in there, which is nice. Hips, you can kick forward, kick out to the side. Can't really kick back because of the butt flap. You have a thigh swivel. You have double jointed knees. And then he does not have any ankle movement. He doesn't have a swivel. He doesn't have a tilt. No rocker, anything. It's just solid shoe connected to the pants. So that was a little weird, I thought. But it's a pretty good figure. I think he looks good. They all have these little pegs, and I'm not really sure what specifically they're for, because none of them have anything that pegs into it. He does come with some of these marshmallow accessories. And again, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm assuming at some point they battle. I've seen in the trailer the little tiny marshmallow men. And so what you're supposed to do is peg this in to that back spot where the proton pack would normally peg for everyone else. And then you can just kind of drape that on him. So he's got some marshmallow goop that you can put on him as an effect piece. He's also got a smaller one here that you can just... I'm assuming this connects onto the arm or something. I'm not 100% sure where this is supposed to go. But there's a smaller kind of cuff-sized one. And then he also comes with a super tiny little Marshmallow Man, which I really like this accessory. I think that's really fun. Whoops. He is rather tiny. But that's fun. So yeah, podcast looks pretty cool. He does say podcast on his shirt there. Kind of looks like a self-made patch or just drawn on or something. And you got the nice Ghostbuster symbol on that sleeve. So pretty cool. We will move on now to Finn Wolfhard. Or Trevor, I guess his actual character name is. It's a pretty good likeness. I think that does look like him. I think they did a nice job there. Not too bad. Not too bad. So he does come with the proton pack. And these attach very simply. His and Lucky's both attach the same way. And I'm pretty sure they're the same way that the original Ghostbusters attached as well. There's just a little peg here. You unpeg that. And then it also pegs into the back. And then you just kind of slip this over the head. And then just slide it off. And it's very simple. It's much easier than you'd expect. But like I said, there's a little peg here. And that can peg here onto the back. And again, he's got head swivel. He can look down a little bit, look up a little bit, but not much. Mostly just the side-to-side swivel. You have the hinge in the shoulder as well as the rotation. Hinge in the elbow. Again, he's got a wrist swivel, but I can't tell if he's got a bend or a hinge in the wrist or not. I kind of don't think they do, but I honestly can't tell. Ball joint. Really, he's got all the same articulation that Podcast has. He's just a little bit larger figure. Got the double jointed knees. And again, he does not have any movement in the feet. I thought maybe at least he would have like a swivel for the hands for the feet rather. Looks like he's rocking some Adidas shoes. I thought maybe just the feet themselves would swivel. But no, nothing. But like I said, it's a pretty decent likeness. And I'll go ahead and put the proton pack back on. You just kind of put the arm through. Lift this little bit over the head. This will peg into his back. So you just have to line that up and then peg that in. And then this will come down and peg in down here. And then you can unhook the wand. Now this comes as a separate piece in the box. You just peg it in right down here. And then you just take the wand here. And we will feed it into his hand. And these can be a little difficult. What I like to try to do is start by getting like this part in. And then I can kind of feed the rest of this in. And that's a little bit easier to do. There we go. But yeah, looks pretty good. Now, he unfortunately does not come with a proton stream. Lucky does, as you can see. Unfortunately, he does not. And then he comes with this accessory, and I'm not sure what this is. I've seen some pictures where it's supposed to clip onto the proton pack, or maybe it's supposed to clip onto his body. I'm really not sure. It looks like it has a little peg here. But I don't know where that's supposed to peg. There's no obvious place for that to peg. So, I don't know. He comes with this. I'm not sure what it is. But he's got it. So, there you go. Oh, Trevor does come with one other accessory. He has this piece of paper that comes rolled up. And again, I'm sure this means something for the film. But I do not know what it is. But it seems to be a very detailed schematic for something. And that just comes rolled up and included with him. So, pretty cool there. Last up, we have Lucky. And like I said, she does come with the RC Ghost Trap. There's not too much to it. It's just rolling wheels and, you know, the top is painted. Well, the sides are pretty painted as well. It looks good. It's a nice ghost trap. And you just got these simple rolling wheels attached, so. But she comes with the proton stream, which I think looks great. Got purple and orange rocking here. Really like the look of that quite a bit. Her face, I feel like, I don't know, just looks a little off. I also kind of think it's kind of a weird, like, cheerful blank expression where I feel like if she's busting ghosts, shouldn't she have like maybe a little scared expression, or like at least like a battle-hardened expression or something? Like, it just seems like such a vacant expression to give a character that's, in a stressful situation. It just seems rather strange. But otherwise, she's got really all the same articulation as the others, with the exception of she has rotating boots. That's something that the others do not have. So because I guess her jumpsuit is tucked into the boots, they decided to give her rotating boots, whereas the others have them like low over the shoes. So I don't know. But otherwise, she's got all the same articulation. The proton pack works the same. Really nice paint applications on the proton pack and everything. Wand can peg into the back, no problem. But yeah, she's a good-looking figure. Like I said, I just feel like the expression is a little strange. But other than that, really like the proton stream. Proton pack looks great. She looks great. I love that she actually has boot articulation. Although I will say this one, there it goes. Okay, I was going to say this one wasn't moving as much as the other one. But otherwise, yeah, she's got all the same articulation. Again, I cannot tell if she's got a wrist hinge or not. I think they might just be the swivel. Because it does feel like some of these are just missing certain articulation points. They're not huge problems or anything. It's mostly the ankles. But it just seems weird to shortchange them on some of the articulation points. So I wanted to show off the parts of the Sentinel Terror Dog that I have so far. Honestly, it's also missing a lot of articulation. It's got the hinge and the rotation in the shoulder, but the arm is a solid piece. There's no elbow, and all you get is a kind of lackluster wrist swivel here. I feel like the original Terror Dog had a lot more articulation. As far as the neck goes, it's kind of like fixed into this weird like cock to the side angle. So you can kind of, like, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get a decent range of motion. You can look up, you can look down, you can kind of tilt side to side, and I really like the horns. And I think the head's really well done. It's nicely painted. The mouth opens, that's fully painted, so that's all really nice. It's just weird that it's kind of put at this weird angle, and you can see that the legs are going to be at weird angles as well. So, and he's just kind of like stretched, almost like he's, lunging that way or something. So it's just weird to me to limit the articulation in the arm and also kind of lock him into this weird pose. Just an odd choice. Also, I feel like the chest feels really hollow. And I can tell that the legs are going to be translucent to make him, seem less corporeal, which makes sense since he's a ghost. So maybe that's why it's kind of hollow. Maybe it's lending to that, but just seems like, for this Build-A-Figure, I don't want to say cheaped out a little bit, but it definitely feels less than the last one. The last one seems more substantial, if that makes sense. But so far, I think he looks pretty cool. Can't wait to get the legs on the other arm for him. So I think these figures look great. I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't really have any affinity for these characters yet because I don't really know anything about them. But I still think they look really cool. The likeness for Finn Wolfhard, I think, looks really good. I think they did a nice job there. I don't know if the other two look like they're actors or not. I'll have to wait until after I check out the movie. But Podcast just seems like a cool character. I mean, first of all, he calls himself Podcast. He's got a remote control ghost trap, and he's got the cool goggles and everything. I kind of wish he also had a proton pack, but I think he doesn't use one in the movie, so that just makes sense. I don't really get all of the like ghost piece accessories. I mean, it might just be because they get slimed or something during the movie, so they're just kind of like little effect pieces, and that's fine. But they don't really do much for me. I mean, it's nice that they're included. I do like the tiny little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, because those guys are just adorable, so that's always fun. The proton stream that comes with Lucky, I think, is cool. The one that came with Winston, I believe, was blue and orange, and so it's nice to have this one be a little different with the purple and orange. I think both color schemes look really cool. Again, I really like the RC Ghost Trap. I think that's a fun idea. But yeah, just they're fun figures. I got mine from Dorkside Toys. They had a Black Friday sale like a week or so ago, and they were $15 each, so at that price, I absolutely could not say no. I've been looking to try to get these. I haven't really seen them in stores, though. If you guys have seen them in stores, let me know. I'd be interested to see where they're popping up, but I really have not seen any of the second wave of Plasma series in stores at all, and I'm wondering if that's because the first wave sat around a little bit, and I'm wondering if Target didn't really want to take the chance on them again. I don't know. I can't imagine this series is going to go much further past this wave, because they've already kind of done most of the core characters, and you know, the new movie gave them a second wave, and now that that's done, I don't know what else they're going to do. Only time will tell, but this might be the last of it. We'll have to wait and see. But I think these figures are cool. If you can find them on sale, I think they're definitely worth picking up. And like I said, I have to track down the other 3 Ghostbusters so I can finish my Terror Dog. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.